أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إلا تنصروه فقد نصره الله إذ أخرجه الذين كفروا ثاني اثنين إذ هما في الغار إذ يقول لصاحبه لا تحزن إن الله معنا. Last we had discussed the verse of the Quran Sharif where Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala refers to makes mention of the Hijrat of Rasulullah Salallahu Alaihi Wasallam, where Allah Ta'ala says that the people of Tabuk, at the time of Tabuk, they were not prepared to go out in the path of Allah. So if you're not prepared to assist and help Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam on the occasion of Tabuk and go out in the path of Allah, there's no need for Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to worry. Allah Ta'ala had assisted Nabi Alayhi Salatu Wasallam before on the occasion of Hijrat. So how did the Hijrat of Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam actually take place? It is mentioned before the Hijrat, Nabi Alayhi Salatu Wasallam had seen a dream. And in the dream that Nabi Alayhi Salatu Wasallam had seen, he had seen that there are two mountains. And in between the mountains there is a stony area that is full of dates. So this dream was then related to Sahaba. So many Sahaba listening to the dream, many made Hijrat to Madinatul Munawwara and many Sahaba had made Hijrat to Habasha. It is mentioned Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when he was tortured by the kuffar and he was put through a lot of difficulty, then Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he built a little platform in his home. And on this platform he would perform his salah, he would make tilawat of Quran Sharif, etc. Now when the kuffar, they found out that Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu is making ibadat in his home, then they came and they made it difficult for him, they stopped him, they prevented him from making the ibadat of Allah ta'ala in his home as well. So Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala, he came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he tells Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, give me permission, I also want to make hijrat now to Madinatul Munawwara. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him, no, just wait a little bit more. I've also been given permission to make hijrat, ijazat has been given to me, but just wait a little bit. It is mentioned after some time, contrary to the habit of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one day in the afternoon, Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came to the home of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala. And he tells Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala that, oh Abu Bakr, Allah Ta'ala has now commanded me that I must make hijrat to Madinatul Munawwara. So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu asked the question, he said, Ya Rasulullah, have I been given permission? Am I allowed to accompany you on this hijrat? So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, yes, you have been permitted to accompany me on this hijrat. So Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala started crying. Hazrat Aisha radiallahu ta'ala says, that before this, I never knew that a person could cry out of happiness. This is the first time I came to know that somebody would cry out of happiness. So Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala cried. And then he said, Ya Rasulullah, I've got two camels. One camel I will use and one camel will be for you. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the camel that you will give me, I accept it. But for a value, I will have to pay for it. I'm not going to take it free of charge. It is mentioned that night, the kuffar had already plotted that they're going to lay siege to the home of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam told Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala that, oh Ali, my green chadar, my green sheet that is here, you cover yourself with this green sheet and you sleep. And there's no need for you to worry. These kuffar will not be able to cause any harm to you. But all the amanat and all the trust of the people of Makkah, they lying with me. Even many of these kuffar, their amanat is lying with me. So dispose of all this in the morning and then you come to Madinatul Munawwara. It is mentioned there after Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he read the opening verses of Surah Yasin until he came to the verse, فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. And he left the house with a handful of sand and he threw the sand. When he threw the sand, they were all blinded and he went straight to the home of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala to commence the hijrat. The eldest daughter of Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala, Hazrat Asma radiallahu ta'ala, she was preparing the breakfast. But now Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam had just come in, so she needed to tie that tiffin or whatever it must have been, she needed something to tie it up. So she couldn't find a string. So she had a girdle that she was wearing. She took the girdle and she tore the girdle. And she tied up the top of this tiffin or lunchbox or whatever it must have been, she tied it up. So she was given the title of Dhatun Nitaqain. So she tied this up and she gave them their breakfast. The son of Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala, Abdullah, he would remain in Makkah Sharif. And in the evening he would come to Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala and tell them everything, what the kuffar are plotting, what they are planning. So this was Hazrat Abdullah radiallahu ta'ala. And there was a slave of Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala, Amir bin Fuhaira. So Amir bin Fuhaira, he would graze his goats around the cave of Thawr. And every day at the time of Isha, he would go to Nabi alayhi Islam and Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala and serve them fresh milk to drink. And there was one more person, Abdullah bin Ariqat. It is mentioned he would guide them. He would tell them which is the route to take now and go to Madinatul Munawwara. We'll continue from here, inshallah.